Welcome to another episode of Ascension Activations. Welcome, everyone. It's such a pleasure and honor to be here tonight. Excellent. Oh, I didn't do the comment section. Hold on one second. This way I can kind of see what you guys say. Excellent. Welcome. Okay. So we are going to facilitate a channeling of the star people. We just want to say thank you so incredibly much, dear star people, for joining us for this beautiful channeled session. We are very, very grateful and humble for your presence. Thank you from our hearts to yours. So, very humbly, we are going to start with an Om. An Om opens and expands the upper chakra centers, allowing each of us to connect into a thought stream. This thought stream is a grid that surrounds the ethereal grids, allowing each individual here to connect into the highest potential frequency channeling. We wish to start by each of you holding and expressing unconditional love for yourself, for all people outside of you, and for Mother Earth herself. Feel that unconditional love radiating through your body now. And take a deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Thank you. Thank you, dear star people, for connecting with us in this way and for channeling with us tonight. Excellent. Okay, so the first question that we had was fear and overcoming limiting beliefs. Now, once again, when we talk about a belief, that is a thought form that each individual becomes through the process of holding on to a thought form. The truth is that each and every one of us is eternal. We are more than our bodies, our minds, our spirits. We are more than our thoughts. We are more than every single thing that we are aware of in the physical reality. We literally are a point of observation of light that magnetically connects you to any and all thought forms, emotion codes, and belief patterns that we have. So, whenever we see a belief, and this is whether it is a positive or negative belief system, when we see it, it is giving us an opportunity to express that belief for what it is, to allow us to see into that world in which the belief holds true for us. So, what it does is it actually generates a veil. And that veil is a form of density over our energetic grid complex, which we then see through. Every single thing that we believe, we perceive. But the beautiful thing about it is that the second that we consciously choose to change our belief systems, we see into a brand new world. It's like having a fresh set of eyes, and we are able to then see alignments that are more higher frequency or in alignment with whatever belief systems we choose to hold. But the truth is that becoming multidimensional means, by its definition, is that you're releasing all belief systems because none of them hold true. The truth is that you may pick any frequency to hold within your biological form, and then you may see. Now, in some worlds, because we live in the world among worlds expression. In some worlds, the plasma settings are very different than the world that we currently are experiencing. In some worlds, they are fluid. So the body vessel changes. When we have a belief system, that belief, it basically anchors us into the world that we see. But the second that we release all of the belief systems, we allow multi-dimensional operations to become a part of your waking world. These multi-dimensional controls allow the primary individual to summon any thought form or emotional code and push that new vibratory frequency into all the cells within the body vessel. Your frequency determines the body vessel that you are currently experiencing. For example, dear ones, if the primary individual is existing in a world in which oxygen is what they breathe, they will have that belief pattern that they are only able to breathe oxygen. However, if they go inside and they are able to back pull into the center soul tubule, they are able to modify the Kundalini channel systems, which then allow a different Kundalini elemental channel to be selected, allowing that body vessel to now be able to breathe not only oxygen, but helium as well, or any other elemental as you see fit. 4. Modifications to the simulation are readily available to change, but the change must come from within the self. You are able to spoon bend as you see it. This is because the individual casting such bending is able to change the frequency from within the self. That changes the mirror reflection you observe of your world. There are many worlds out there for each of you to experience. The process of accessing the lucid realms allows for you to identify new emotion settings. This then, dear ones, allows you to hold the new emotional setting within your body, mind, and spirit. You then may push that new vibrational resonance inside every cell in your body. It takes approximately 8% of the cells to accept the new vibratory frequency in order for a teleportation into a different world expressed. Thank you. Thank you, Star People, so much. Okay. They tapped into the second question. The second question was on the elemental Kundalini channel systems. So, the Kundalini channel systems, there's 6 in total. One is the center soul tubule, that is light. It is surrounded by a dark matter Kundalini channel, that is dark. Then we have 4 Kundalini channels in the body as well. The first one is in the front, that is the air elemental Kundalini channel. Once again, it is air in our body vessels because this is a world that we are experiencing. On the right hand side, we have the chi energetic Kundalini channel. That connects you to the body's electrical systems, the voltage, the chi energy. It's all the same thing, different names, but that one is located on the right side. The water elemental channel is in the spinal cord, it is in the rear of the body. It also connects you to south. All these things have magnetic alignments and connections to different areas of the world as well. And then on the right hand side, we have the earth energy. And that earth energy connects you into the planet, into the magnetic resonance of the planet. The cardinal elements is also connected into the earth. Um, the earth elemental channel, you can also put your awareness in and you can pull any and all information from Mother Earth since Earth was created. So the entire memory of Earth is right inside of your body in the energy field. All you have to do is drop into meditation, feel into it, and then put your focus in there and expand it. So once again, there's many different ways of expanding. So when we talk about going into meditations and we talk about expanding the physical reality so that we can see, we are able to just go in and just imagine a single cell. The star people taught me to make a little X because we are circles and squares. A cell is more circular in its nature. And just go and expand it. And do that with your eyes closed. Even if you're just making the motion, just see. See what thoughts, feelings, and emotions come into your mind. Once again, when we start to develop these abilities, It's okay for you to go in. It's okay for you to take your time. It's okay for you to even write down, I had this thought when I touched into this part of my body or my energy field. This was the thought. Write it down. Make an entire list, because sometimes when we start to touch into our energetic grids, you may go into the same exact location and you may pull the same thought. Usually when that happens, it's because there's an imprint there. Now, an imprint is any thought form that is cast with a magnetic resonance. The magnetic resonance is when we use the emotion codes. All emotions are magnetic in their nature, and they vortex, they spiral through the heart. The heart takes all of the fluid, it imprints all of the water inside of the body with a magnetic resonance. This is your emotions. Your emotion grid is located within the heart. And then it takes all the emotions and it pushes it into every single cell inside of the body. When we drop into the heart and we hold a new higher frequency emotion, we can now, with the mind, tell it imprint into all of the cells inside of the body. And now, all of a sudden, when we do that, you just changed your state of mind, but it is also of body. The more we start to practice this, the more we start to realize, oh, I can push or imprint any thought form into all of the cells, and then I can see it somewhere in the world outside of me. So, one way that the body is naturally designed to work is with the reticular activating system. It is in the front hemisphere of the brain, the front cortex of the brain. And what that is it is the copycat gene. It is when you are around people who are speaking a language, your body naturally pulls in that language and you now start to mimic that language expression. This is how the body is naturally designed to work. When we pull in different magnetic energies, different emotions, different thought forms, now all of a sudden we start to see them in the waking world. And what that is it means if you pull in a white dove, let's say we pull in that thought form inside of our minds, inside of our bodies, we laugh. We get as happy and as high frequency as we possibly can, full of excitement, full of bliss, and now we tap the body and we say, I am a white dove. And now all of a sudden, when you do that, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You're going to see a white dove somewhere in your life, whether it be on the television, whether it be in a newspaper, or whether you actually see a dove come and sit right in front of you. The reticular activating system holds the magnetic energy, and now it alerts you when that presence or that thought form is around you. It is because you are activated into it. Um, the same exact thing happens when we purchase a car. Anytime that we purchase a car, the second you have the car, you notice that you start seeing the car everywhere. And that is because that is the way the human mind is designed to work. It is actually a multi-dimensional ability that we have been given. And we are also able to modify different parts of the brain and different aspects of our thought stream. So we have a thought stream that comes in on the right hand side, and we have memory strings that come in on the left hand side. The memory strings are 5 different memories that get pulled in. The thought stream is one solid pattern of thought. They meet directly in the center of the mind, and then they flip under. Everything works like a toroidal field, kind of like a figure 8 or an infinity symbol. And so it's coming in and it is flipping through a toroidal field. This allows your mind to connect into your mouth, and this is how we are able to formulate the words that now energetically come projecting from the mouth. It is because there is an energy here that is working that you are now aware of. When we start to have the awareness of this is one aspect of our energetic system, we're able to close our eyes. And when we close our eyes, we feel. You may start to feel into the space outside the body. Steer ones, 4. Each individual is holding a frequency. That frequency allows the thought stream to align, and any or all words must be in alignment with the baseline frequency of the physical body. Thank you, Star People. Okay. So some of the ways the star people are actually able to communicate is through the thought stream. They're able to put thoughts, not really emotions, but thoughts or packets of thoughts into the thought stream. Sometimes they feel somewhat far away, but you can still sense them as they're coming in. The more we start to focus on the thought stream, it gives us this awareness of the thoughts before the thoughts come inside of the mind. So, once again, we do talk about thought mastery, which is not allowing negative thoughts to exist inside of your mind. When we first are learning this craft, we are guided to not be hard on ourselves. So if we do have a negative thought that comes in the mind, it's okay, just say release and allow that thought to pass. But there's a higher level of awareness here where we're able to sense the thoughts before they come into the mind. And when that happens, that means that we are cutting them before the thought comes into the mind. Um, it's very unique to do. It's very unique. It's kind of like a sense, like a spider sense that activates, and you're like, oh, that thought's coming, and then it's gone before it actually hits inside of the mind. When we have a thought inside of the mind, it's more real, it's here. When we have it outside of the mind, it's kind of far away, but we can still sense into it. That's one form of telepathy that the star people are able to facilitate with us. They are also able to give us visions or dreams. So when I was younger, I was actually on a motorcycle and the star people sent me an entire vision during that process. When I was having that experience, the vision that they sent me felt real, 1,000% real. So they are able to give us a vision and we believe it to be true. Like we are literally in that world sitting there having the experience, but then it wasn't real at all. So it was kind of like a dream when I got pulled back 5 miles, on the road before an experience would have happened. So visions, thought forms, energetic casting, and telepathy, these things are all very real. What happens in any and all civilizations, many times, not every time, is that people get really happy and excited. And when people get happy and excited, they start to talk very, very rapidly. When you have two people who are talking very, very rapidly, the words don't come out fast enough. And then all of a sudden, it's like, bam, telepathy activates. And then you have sent your first thought form, and the person actually received it. That is how telepathy starts. Now, but the second you do it once, now you know it's real. You try doing it again. Once again, you got to get in that higher frequency, very, very happy, excited. All the thoughts are coming very, very rapidly, and then the mouth is not fast enough. So telepathy activates. We naturally send emotion codes towards one another. We know this because if we've ever walked in a room and someone is highly charismatic, that person is emitting emotion codes. What I'm telling you guys that each and every one of us can do, we can start to prime our bodies and our minds and our energy fields so that we emit a very precise thought form. So, one of the thought forms I like to focus on is thank you, energy grids, for all people who are around me or who are in my energy field or have an awareness of me. They are all healed. Now, what happens is you have literally just sent that thought form into your aura field. And now, any people who have an awareness of you, they're going to feel a little bit lighter every single time they're in your energy field, have the thought of you, or maybe they see you on a live. Then all of a sudden, it's like a weight is lifted off of them. And that is because you have primed your energetic field to hold that thought form and to resonate that magnetic energy. Anytime any person falls into lower frequencies, it is because of an emotion code. So, any and all emotions have an opposite polarity to them. So, when we experience sadness, release, we have a potential to experience happiness. It's the exact opposite polarity. And there's a 50-50 line right inside the middle. The emotion codes work like this. There's a lower range and an upper range, but they are equidistant to one another. This is important because when we start, which many of us, we've already started, when we are fully holding these unconditional love emotion codes, any person that walks into our fields and is holding the exact opposite emotion code of unconditional love, that emotion code now releases off of them. And what that is it's a perception of their potential manifestation. So whenever we see someone, they're either giving us a potential of where we can go, or they're showing us where we've come. Many times it's like that. It's a reflection of who we are. That is another way that we magnetically align ourselves. Um, and the star people are saying that you can even see someone who's like, if you would have done this, this would have manifested. So it's like that too. There's different degrees to it, but every single person that you come into contact with is a mirror reflection of a frequency that you are holding. As we bend the spoons by changing ourselves, the spoon bends and reflects. We also do this with people. So if we take a look at how we magnetically align to people, you come into the awareness that when people sit together in a room and they don't know each other, we start asking them for their history. Many times they are holding the same or similar emotion codes. There is a magnetic alignment that groups people automatically. This is why some people sit in the front of the class and some sit in the back. It is a magnetic alignment wherever they feel called to. When we have that awareness that this is the way it works, it allows us to make adjustments. So, for example, let's say we'll take the whole concept of a role model. And role models do not have to be in real life. We can have role models or people that we are uh, attuning to their frequency so that it modifies our fields. We do this naturally. Whenever you listen to like a podcast or something, you literally are pulling that person's energy in, and they're showing you a little piece of who you are inside because of the true connection that every single person has and how we are all connected into the source frequency. We are able to pull thought forms from other people. Now, for the past several years, the star people have trained me how to release attachments off of people. Now, many times I would have the awareness of the attachment in my own body, and then it would become present in the person outside of me because it is a magnetic alignment, which is amazing. And the star people at the time were also helping me to learn the attachments, and then the people would show up who had the attachments so that I already knew what the attachment was and how to go about clearing it, which is beautiful. And I'm grateful for that. So, okay, so thought stream. So the thought stream was one of the next questions as well that we had to cover. So the thought stream, you are able to send another person any thought, any feeling, any emotion, because sometimes the thought forms can also be encoded with an emotion, the star people are saying. So what that means is this. Let's take the pen, a regular pen, but it's black. How does that make you feel? Every single color triggers a brainwave pattern. And I know it's very basic, it's a black pen, but let's just roll with it here. So it's a black pen. Now all of a sudden, how does it make you feel? It has a cap. How does a cap make you feel? How does it feel in your hand? This is a feeling. Your body feels with the hands. How does the pen write? How does it feel? All of these different things we can hold in the mind's eye. You could feel it. And once again, the very basic way to start doing this is to make a thought ball, like a thought form ball. This is the way the pen feels. I'm pushing the energy into a ball. This is how it writes. This is what it looks like. This is the words that are on the side of it. And then all of a sudden, imagine and visualize one of your friends and send that thought form either into his field, if you have his permission, into his heart, or into his thoughts. So the thoughts is simple because it's not really, it's there. He's going to have an awareness of it immediately. It's not going to be something that's imprinted into the body and he's going to have to figure it out. But once he has the thought inside of his mind, he should be able to hear it and see it and sense it. And once again, when you close your eyes, what does it feel like? What does it sense? You're sending the thoughts, feelings, and emotions as a compressed or zipped file. And that allows a person receiving to then unpack the file and see and sense all of the different things at once. This is how the star people were able to send me the entire vision of me on the motorcycle. It is because they took all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, the entire experience, compressed it, and put it into the thoughts. And then that played out before the physical reality did. I had the entire download. I saw it as if I was there. And then all of a sudden, it was gone. And I was back 5 miles before, still riding the motorcycle safely. This is how we are designed to work. This is a part of 5D. Once again, the first steps is having an awareness of this is the way the system works. This is the way our minds work. Now, the memory strings, those are of super high value because your memories are fluid in their nature. And what that means is this: we are able to trim one of the memories out and replace them, or pull one, or summon a new memory. And that's really fun because many times we think the memory is real. I was there, I experienced it. It's not. It's fluid. It's totally fluid. Trust. Um, you're able to put new memories, and some people, we know this because some people like remember things the way that they want to remember them. It is because the memory is fluid. And we take a look at the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect also shows how, other people remember things differently compared to what you remember things. So we do know that this is a part of how multidimensional abilities work. Now, that being said, your memory strings, we are able to look at them and slow down time and space so that we can see which memory we choose to filter the information through. So let's break this down. Anytime that we have new information come to us, that new information gets filtered through our memory system. We know this. We know this for a fact. Now, asking yourself, what would I have to believe in order to allow this to be true for me? That's how we start to identify the memory strings. And one at a time, when you have a new piece of thought come through, or maybe say a new piece of information, something that you just learned, how does it make me feel? What do I believe about it? Is it true? Is it not true? Why? Why is it true? What memories do I have that makes it true for me? What memories do I have that makes it not true for me? We start by questioning. And the second we question, and once again, we have an awareness, there's 5 strings here. You question, and now you have one awareness of one memory come into your mind. That's one memory string. You could write it down. That's a victory because now you know one memory. Now you ask yourself, what's another memory? Here's the second memory. This is why I believe this way. The more you do this, it allows you to take a step back and see the way the system works. Because literally, we have a control system, which is right in front of the pineal gland. We are able to back step into that control system. That control system allows us to change or modify all biological senses. This means we have hormones being released from inside of the mind. The control system allows us to control which hormones are released. It allows us to control our tears. If our eyes water, if they are not watered, how much saliva is in our mouth. Every single biological sense that we have inside of our bodies is controlled from the control system, which is right in front of the pineal gland. Once again, we have to back step to be given access into the system. When you do that, it also accesses the center soul tubule. Now, the center soul tubule is your center soul light surrounded by darkness. When we pull back inside of the mind, we can start to feel a very neutral emotion code because you are not pushing through into the body. You are pulling back inside of the body. Your emotions are more here. You're pulling back inside so you can control what you see and sense in the emotions. Um, that is a very advanced level of awareness. Try it, feel it. It literally feels like you're inside of the body. You can do this as in the heart as well. You back pull into the 0 point inside of the heart. The heart is where the direct connection to the higher self is, and control of time space is also located inside of the heart. So when we start to go inside, we start to feel these different systems. It then gives us a higher level of awareness. This is all part of ascension, because ascending by its nature is raising your frequency or your awareness higher than where you once were. Having the awareness that this is the way your system works is the first step to climbing those steps. Now you have to focus on it and expand it. And the more you focus on it, the more you're going to start to feel it, the more you're going to naturally have the system start to activate, and you start to remember who you are. Because the whole process of ascension is remembering who we are. Everything is already here. It's already on the outside of us, it's already on the inside of us. We are just observing this moment in time and space. But that's an illusion. It's all here, it's already happened. Now it's a magnetic alignment. What do you choose to manifest? What do you choose to sense? What do you choose to feel? We can have the darker emotions surface, but do we choose to allow them to stay? Or do we allow them to pass through us? And so that was the first question that was sent in tonight, was how do we overcome fear? We see it, we acknowledge it, we send ourselves love for it, and we allow it to the best of our ability to not stick to us. It's okay to feel it. That's part of the human emotions, is fear. Sometimes fear keeps you safe. That's okay too. When we start to release it, we don't give it any power anymore. Now we're the powerful ones. We can choose. We can pick. Um, and the last question for today was the mycelium kingdom. So we have a nervous system net that runs just underneath the skin. We could feel it. All of the stored emotional imprints or trapped emotions, they're not really trapped, they're stored. Those are stored right underneath the skin. That is your nervous system net. The nervous system net is the fascio net system is a piece of it, but it also has an ethereal nature to it. The nervous system net, you could program for specific manifestations. Now, once again, when we imprint the feet, it controls our ability to travel. When we imprint the hands, it has an effect on what we are able to create. So, imprinting different parts of the body is of high value to learn and master. Every single cell inside of the body reflects outwards. Every cell inside of the body is connected to another person, place, or thing outside of the body. What that means is this: there's another human being here in this planet. There's a cell inside of your body that is connected to that person. If you go into meditation, and when I say meditation, you just close your eyes and go inside, go within. When you go within, you can sense the cell that is connected to that person. And now, if that person, let's say on the outside of your body, they're not as nice, release. You could go into the cell inside of your body and send it love and light. And then when you open your eyes, that person is nice to you again. That is the type of connection that each and every one of us has to everything in this world. So, the mycelium kingdom is the nervous system net of Mother Earth. She is connected to all the mushrooms. Mushrooms release spores into the atmosphere. They can be found way, way up in the upper atmosphere, even. The mycelium kingdom, it's in the air. We breathe it. We are connected to the mushrooms. The mushrooms are connected to Mother Earth. The mushrooms and all of the plants run a nervous system net right underneath the ground. When we take off our shoes and we connect, the form of energy or electrical voltage that is discharged, we are connecting into the mycelium kingdom, the mushroom kingdom, Mother Earth's nervous system. She can pull thought forms right outside your feet, right down your feet. She knows who we are, every single one of us. When we connect into her. We can ask her for information. We can ask her for thoughts. We can ask for bright ideas. If you are barefooted and you are walking on the earth, you can ask Mother Earth to give you any nutrient that your body is deficient in. I would stand on the earth for a little bit of time. when you ask for these things. But like, let's say you're walking through a forest and you need a nutrient or you need iron or something. Your body and the soles of the feet is designed to have a two-way form of communication with the earth. It pulls nutrition right from the soil, right from the ground. Um, and once again, the power of manifestation. When you ask Mother Earth for a plant to heal you, many times the plant is already in your backyard. She has already heard you throughout time and space. Time and space is not linear, it is fluid in its nature, which means when we drop into the heart, we have what is known as a flicker rate. A flicker rate makes the world outside look like an image with the image behind it, and it flickers. That is your oscillation rate. How fast your energy field is flickering is your oscillation. When we drop into the heart and we connect to Mother Earth, we can start to feel the oscillation rates. You can start to ask Mother Earth for things. You can control how fast your manifestations are, is controlled by your oscillation rate. When we start to connect and we start to feel unconditional love for this is really who I am. I am everything. I am the entire world outside. I am all the people, all the places, all the things. I am that and then some. And so are you. Because from your body vessel, you guys should be saying the same exact thing. I am that. I am. I am the trees. I am the earth. I am the wind. We are connected to all of it. All of it is you. All of it is inside of you. Every single cell reflects outwards and generates a person, place, or thing. That means all the information is inside of you. If we took all the physical matter in the entire existence and we removed the space in between the atoms and molecules, we could shrink all this down to a single sugar cube. That's physics. Physics tells us this. So now that we know that we're all connected, your emotions and your thoughts has an effect on the outside world. It's beautiful. Send it love. Send every single cell inside of your body love. Send all the things outside love. Whatever you see in your world that is not in alignment, send it love, because love shall heal all things. Beautiful. We want to just say thank you so incredibly much, dear star people, for this beautiful channel session tonight. We are very grateful for you. Thank you, each of you. Thank you so incredibly much for coming tonight. We will be hosting it is the Healing Zoom. It used to be called the Shadow Work Zoom. It is the Healing Zoom. So we're going to do that tonight at 8:30. Anybody who would like to join us, it is for free. Just send an email to daniellelipton.com and you guys, I'll send you a link. Thank you very much for coming and you have a wonderful day. Awesome.